but I'm about to see here. Hope everyone's doing well this evening. Hopefully, we're going to finish up the GQuuuuuuX tonight. If not, this is the one we're working on. I'm hoping we're going to finish it tonight. No music in the background tonight, unfortunately, so I can get my stuff with YouTube sorted. So hopefully everything works out. And hold on one moment. Let me get some stuff set up real quick. Be right back. All right, let's see if that worked. Have to find my stuff later on. All right. Hope everyone's having a great evening this evening. That's kind of odd. Chat's not showing up for some reason. Maybe it's just running behind, lagging. Maybe. Hope everyone's having a great evening right now. I see that we've got 5 people in chat. I got a notification like somebody sent in a message, but I don't. It's not coming up on my end for some reason. It's kind of odd. Anyway, if you're out there, I appreciate you coming by tonight, hanging out. Tonight we're gonna finish up the GQuuuuuuX. I'm Barazu. Okay, I see your comment now. So yeah, we're gonna work on the GQuuuuuuX. We're gonna get this knocked out tonight, hopefully. It's been a wild ride the last couple days. I've been running behind on everything. Let's see where my clippers are. Let's get the book out. We left off. We were on the leg unit. Said usually, guys, I have music played in the background, but I am trying to figure out what's going on with that. So. Okay, so I see your comment here too, man. Maybe Streamlabs just needed a moment to catch up. Maybe that's what it was. Hopefully. Yeah, we're just hanging out tonight, chilling. No music in the background, talking. Talk to slipstream.io. Yeah, I just got another notification and nothing's showing up on my end, which is really weird. Strange. Wonder what's up with that. I'll have to check on that later on. Maybe it's okay. This is okay. Good deal. Maybe that was you, Nicole. So yeah, we're left off on the leg unit. We're working on one of the legs. Find where that's at. Running behind tonight. Shenanigans. Shenanigans all over the place. Okay. Alrighty, what do we got going on here? So now we're going to work on, this is part of the leg unit that we're working on right here. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and knock out the bottom part of it, I believe. That's the next part that we're working on. Yep. Alright, so we need B17, B18. B17, B18. B17, B18. So here we go with B17. Hope everyone's having a good evening this evening. I had to pry that one out because I clipped the wrong one. All right, B17. Now we're going to go with B18. Let's see here. Snap those two together. Looks like. There we go. Now it's telling me I need to put some stickers on here. And the stickers are 17 and 16. 17 and 16. Yeah, stickers are the worst. I agree 100%. Like, especially this one because it's not telling me exactly what orientation they're supposed to be, which is really weird. 17 appears. Okay. So it's supposed to go like that. Yeah, stickers can be complicated. Fury, hey, how's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by the stream. Hope you're doing well this evening. Just hanging out, trying to finish up the GQuuuuuuX tonight, maybe. But we shall see. Yeah, usually I have some music in the background, but I'm kind of laying off on that until I figure out what triggered that YouTube thing the other day. Let's see. 16 is on the right. Okay. Might need to use my little scalpel. But hopefully next Gundam stream that we have, we'll have some music back. I just need a clear answer from Slipstream about something before I can put it back on there. this side. Do you have a good success rate on lining stickers up? Yeah, I'm pretty good with lining them up. Um, One thing that you can do is, if you're having trouble with it, you can get soap and water, mix it together, and put a little bit of soap and water in a little spray bottle and spritz it on there, and then you can kind of move the stickers around where you need them to go. How do you fix it if you accidentally connected the wrong parts? That one's a little bit trickier. It really depends on what it is like that you've put together wrong. But basically, you just have to try to pry it back apart, and then try a different orientation or try to fix it that way. Because most of them will just pop right off, like they'll pop apart. So as long as you don't glue them or anything like that, you should be able to just pull it right off, unless it's something that you've accidentally pried on there. And then you got to get creative. Like if you've done something that really bad where you messed it up, you got to get creative and use like glue or like a little hand drill or something like that. But most of the time, it's not a big deal if you've messed up and put the wrong part on there. Most of the time. You just have to be real careful when you're looking at the instructions. And if you're putting it on there and something doesn't feel right, like go back and just look at the instructions and everything again, just to make sure that you're putting it on the right way. Because a lot of times you'll start to put something on and it just won't line up right. And that's kind of how you know that something's went wrong. One of the reasons why my dad doesn't want me to help. I feel you. But most of the time, it's not that big of a deal unless you're working with something like a master grade Gundam or a perfect grade. Those can be really complicated because if you put something wrong on one of those, it's kind of hard to get off sometimes, just because of the way the parts are and the way they function. It can kind of be difficult. But most of the time, like I said, it's not that big of a deal, especially if you're working with high grades. A lot of people don't glue or anything like that. They're Gundams together. I don't glue any of mine together. Some people do, but some people use the lines that are left when they snap together, like the lines on the side and stuff. Some people will glue the edges. They'll sand them down and then glue them, and then sand them down again so that there's no line. Um, but I think that's a really extra. And usually I use the lines to do panel lining and stuff. So, um, not a knock to that. I'd like to eventually do that kind of stuff, but I want to get better at assembling them first before I get into any of that. All right, we got C18, C16. See, we got 12 people watching right now. I really appreciate all you guys coming out tonight and checking out the channel. Thank you very much. If you can, please give a like, subscribe, thumbs up, follow whatever platform you're following us on or watching us on right now. Definitely helps. Thank you, Fury. Helps push us out into the algorithm. C18. But yeah, like the high grades are very forgiving. Um, if you make a mistake, I've only put together one or two real grades, and I haven't even got started on any master grades yet. So I'm not at that level yet. They take a long time to put together. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Then C16. The biggest thing that you don't want to do with the high grades is accidentally clip something like a nub that um like see if I can show you. Like there's a little bitty nub right here. Like any of those nubs that are sticking out right there. You don't want to accidentally clip one of those. If you do, you have to like probably try to glue it. Not really focusing there, but yeah. You see those little holes right there? You want to make sure that everything, the little nubs can go and snap into those holes. And if you cut one of those off, you might actually wind up having to glue it. But I haven't done anything like that yet. Fortunately, knock on wood somewhere. Okay, let's see here. This is gonna go into this part. This Gundam is very difficult. Um, it's not a normal high grade. That's actually one of the complaints about it. Is it's very for a high grade kit. It's very complicated, and a lot of people have spoke out about it online and stuff like that. Or brought it up online. I wouldn't say spoke out. And Barazu, yeah, I got confused on where to clip. Yeah, it can be confusing. If you're not used to if you're not used to looking at them, it can definitely be difficult. I think that's it. This one, like I said, this kit's a little bit different because it's got a lot of weird angles. It's got a lot of weird uh, curves and stuff to it that's not normal in a high grade kit. So I think that's what's throwing a lot of people off with it, and it is with me as well. Like I'm not nor I'm not used to this level of detail in the kits. And they have three or four more kits with this um series for GQuuuuuX. They have a new a purple one. I don't know if it's out yet, but it's the purple Gundam that's also in the. I guess you wouldn't even call it a Gundam, something else. But it's the purple mech that's in the GQuuuuuX series. Then you got Char's Red Gundam, um, and then they come out with another version of this one that's like it's final form. It's at the end of the end of the series. And then they've come out with a um, RX-78, which is the original old school Grandpa Gundam. They've come out with a version of it for this series too, which is pretty interesting. I seem to be missing a runner. EF. I'm looking for F. A B C D E F. Here we go. You need to go back and watch the full series now that all the episodes are out. Absolutely, like it's great. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again as well. I thought it was really good. I thought the ending was fantastic. It basically gave. Well, I'm not gonna spoil too much about it, but it basically gave a better ending to the original series than the original series did. Draw, hey, how's it going? Thanks for dropping by the stream. We're just chilling tonight, working on the GQuuuuuuX Gundam. Hope you're doing well. Apologize for no music in the background, but till I can get stuff sorted with YouTube, I'm not trying to get in trouble with them. So hopefully that's going to get sorted out. I'm trying to appeal that warning that I got. Because everything I did was fair use. And I'll argue that. Could be that Slipstream triggered it. That's why I'm waiting on a reply from Slipstream. I've heard of people that had a subscription to it, and they still got a warning for YouTube, even though that they're not supposed to get that. So I'm waiting to hear back from them as well. Okay. So I don't see. Interesting. There we go. This one's really interesting because it's almost like it's got high heels on. So the legs are almost complete. Getting there. Let's see here. Now we're looking for B27, B28, B33. So we got a lot going on. I'm gonna be doing the makeup stream tomorrow. For yesterday, I didn't get off work until late yesterday, and then I was gonna play Stellar Blade or Fire Break. But I was so exhausted by the time I got off work. I was just like, I'm gonna have to call it a night. So tomorrow we're gonna be playing Stellar Blade and FBC Fire Break. That'll be later on tomorrow night. Probably around. We'll probably start with Stellar Blade around, guessing 9:30, and then we'll probably start with FBC somewhere around 12:30 tomorrow night. Yep. Let's see. And then once I get everything worked out with Slipstream and YouTube, I'm gonna have music on here. I pay for this music service that I can stream in the background, but I'm worried that that's what triggered my warning the other day. So because I read online that some people had the same issue, so I'm appealing that, and because everything what I was doing as far as watching anime was considered fair use. Commentary, my avatar was over it, so we'll find out. And then hopefully next week we'll be back with the anime stream. And what I'm gonna do this time is I'm gonna go ahead and do a pre-recorded thing, just all the trailers and everything we want to watch, and then I'll um, upload it and then get it approved before we go live. And I'll go live and I'll just hang out in the chat and we'll discuss it in the chat. Keep from getting any kind of issues with it for the time being. Monday or Tuesday, I'm gonna go live for a little while playing some Mecha Break. See if I can't level my character up a little bit on Mecha Break. Hopefully, before too long, I'm going to be playing Gundam Breaker, the fourth one. I have it downloaded on Xbox and on, or not Xbox, but on PlayStation and uh, the computer. So can't wait to try that one out. I have not tried that game out yet. I've heard it's awesome. Might have some partner slash sponsorship coming up before too long too, which is something I'm working on. Got some info from this energy drink company called Dubby. I'm not sure if anybody's familiar with that, or I was doing some investigation earlier today about it to see if it's actually legit. It seems interesting so far. Just have to find out. John Ventura, heyo. Hey, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for dropping by the stream. I'm not sure if I've seen you in the chat before, but if I haven't, good to meet you. Thanks for dropping by. This is what we do here on Friday nights is we work on building Gundams, hanging out, chilling. Normally I have the music in the background, but tonight I don't have it. But yeah, this is usually what we do on Fridays. Hang out, talk about anime, um, build Gundams, and just chill. Thank you for subscribing too. I really appreciate it. If we get this one finished tonight, which I think we will, starting to look like we will. Useless Emperor, hey, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. I'm looking for B. So this is the foot. The foot on this one's really strange. Really strange. Oh, this is F. This is B. Let's see. B19. B19. Yeah, the foot on this one is it almost looks like it's got high heels on or something. see. But yeah, tomorrow night we'll be playing Stellar Blade Firebreak. Maybe Everstakes will be able to play with us. Not gonna do any the anime stream this weekend, but hopefully, if everything works out, we'll be back with that next week. Next week, Monday, Tuesday, we're gonna play Mecha Break for a little while, so definitely hang out, check that out. And there's the leg. All right, so we got the left leg assembled. Not want to pop in there. Oh, his hand fell off. Let's take that off. Oh man. There we go. Now there we go. I'll be glad when we're done with this one because this one's taking forever. We've worked on this for like maybe 3 or 4 streams. Oh no, that one came off. Like I said, this is not a normal high grade. How's the build of the GQuuuuuuX? It's a little bit more complicated than a normal high grade. And that's because it's got a lot of strange angles and a lot of strange yes, I mean just strange angles and strange curves and stuff to it. But it seems to be pretty steady once I got it on, or pretty sturdy, except for the arm part right here that keeps falling off. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I definitely would not recommend it for a beginner. Because like I said, it's a little bit more complicated than a normal high grade. Alrighty, now we got the left leg. We're gonna go with you ordered the Mecha Core Industries Oberon today. Excited for it to arrive on Monday. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, after this one, I'm not sure which one I'm gonna work on. I've got another one from Witch from Mercury, and then I've also got the high grade Gundam Exia from Gundam 00. May work on those two next time. Not sure yet. Let's see. We're gonna go. We need C 7 and 8, and then B 22. C 7 and 8. Here. That's 8. Someone's gonna go like this. I think. Yeah. This one. Then 7. I also want to get some new nippers. There's a pair of God hand nippers. That's what I'm using right now, the God hand nippers. But this is like the cheaper version. These are like These are $16 or $17 on Amazon right now, or they were. Um, the upgraded version of these is like $50, and I'm thinking about dropping some money and getting that one. I may be nice and gift this to Amarazu, being an awesome moderator. All right, B22. B22. B20. This is F. We need B. Yeah, help you out there a little bit, Ambrazu. And what is this? B22. Okay. Yeah, like I said, this one's a little bit different than a normal high grade. I wouldn't recommend starting with this one. Um, and that's a criticism I've heard from a lot of kits from this series from GQuuuuuuX, is that they're a little bit more complicated than a normal high grade. And I know that Fury was saying that her dad builds Gundams or models. What is that? One of the reasons why your dad doesn't want you to help. Yeah, if you're still in here, Fury, do they build Gundams, or they just build models? Or curious. I've got a couple that my son's got a kit somewhere. Like, I'm not sure where. Let's Yeah, yeah. Did you say your dad builds models, or do they build Gundams, or just models? Let's see here. Got that part on. And then we got an F-14. Yeah, I know I got a couple kits that I want to work on with my son. He's a genius when it comes to Legos, but we'll see with Gundam Gumpla. See how well he does. Let's see. Somebody said something. I couldn't see the comment here. Elpiter Davy. I think that's how you say your name. I'm not 100% sure if I said that. Elpiter Davy. Really hoping the episode 12 version of the GQuuuuuX isn't P Bandai, because I need that open mouth version. Oh yeah, the open mouth version. It looks really cool. I'm not sure with the difference, but he both builds and buys Like sometimes the ones on the surplus, if it's okay, I'll send a pic of the collection. However, it's so long ago. Cool, cool. Yeah, Nicole Cates, they're making the next version. There's an upgraded version. Like if you saw the last episode, those little when she popped out those little like circular disc and they had that, I forgot what they call it, but it's like a special mode of it. But they've made a version of it to where it's got those on the shoulders right here, and then it's got an open mouth, and it looks really cool. It the way the face looks it's very reminiscent of like the Evangelion uh Eva 01 is what it reminds me of a little bit. In fact, the other girl's Gundam slash whatever they call it, the mech, it looks a lot like Eva 01. There we go. Pop that back in there. E13. Definitely see the similarities. There's a lot of similarities in the series. You notice like um the captain guy. He kind of reminds me of Shinji's dad a little bit. You got Shuji instead of Shinji. Still hoping we get the HG Big Zam from this series. Yeah, that would be cool too. They had a lot of cool like little cameos like and references in that series. It was really cool. Especially it was really cool also when it showed a lot of Char's variants um from the different universes. It was pretty cool. Anybody hasn't seen what we're talking about, definitely should check it out because it's really cool. Had a piece fall off there a second ago. Oh, put that back in there. Probably need that here in a little while. I can set it right there. It should be fine. Looking for E. There we go. E13. Yeah, eventually I'd like a lot of the. I'd like to have all the units from this series. On there like that. Then we got the E11 on the side. Yeah, actually, I was thinking about in a couple weeks maybe doing a custom, like doing some kit bashing or doing some custom paint on something like maybe one of the gun cannons or something like that. Um, I've got a lot of kits that I've got like parts missing here or there, so I was thinking about maybe like doing some custom stuff. Probably, probably in the next couple weeks. I'll show off some of the ones that I've done recently. There's Calibarn. But yeah, I was thinking about doing custom stuff was like maybe a couple of my barber toes are kind of jacked up, so I was thinking about like doing some kit bashing with it. Maybe even doing some custom paint. I've got like a lot of the markers and stuff like that, but I found that these markers are kind of hit or miss. They work good sometimes, but sometimes they're not as. They just don't work as good as or as well as I would hope. It maybe just be me too that I'm just not using them correctly. But yeah, I've got a couple kits that I was thinking about doing some custom work with. E11. This one earlier. The one I accidentally clipped when I was doing the other leg. I set it aside just in case. E11. Here we go. Now that one's there. We got B25, B26. Um, well, the Fury the ink, I don't know. It's the ink just really doesn't flow the way I like it, like or would like. And sometimes I don't know if I'm overdoing it or not. Um, but it kind of becomes muddy a little bit sometimes. Yeah, these are some of the markers right here. But I found that sometimes like when you're trying to get a good clean look with them, they'll kind of become muddy looking. I really don't know how else to explain it other than that. Um, but it may be because I need to do some things like priming it and stuff like that. And I know that there are two kinds of plastic. There's like ABS and there's something else. No airbrush kit, so I've been hand and sponge painting my customs. I think that's the way I'm gonna go. Possibly the color's not that bright. Yeah, it's just I'm not impressed. They're just not as good as I thought they would be. I'm gonna try some of the Tamiya paint, which I hear is really good. And like John was saying, I'm gonna do some like just basically hand painting, using my paint brushes and stuff like that, and maybe even try some Tamiya spray paint too. I hear that it works really well. The only problem with the Tamiya spray paint is it's very expensive, and I hear that the cans don't last very long. That's the one of the biggest complaints I've hear about them. Other than that, I hear that they're great. Tamiya makes really good products. I haven't. I have not top coated it. But I think that may be one reason why I'm having issue with these markers and stuff. So, but I'm not sure. Um, but I plan on top coating and doing like a base coat on when I get the spray paints and stuff. So I've even got like the little glass files and stuff you use. Like this is the one. This is from the Gundam place that you use to sand the edges down and get rid of the runner lines and stuff. Which, by the way, this is a great place to buy stuff from. The Gundam place. They're online and they have physical stores in certain places. This was like a limited edition file I got from them a while back. But yeah, I'm gonna experiment with that. I don't know if I could do that on stream or not. I need some kind of ventilation. But yeah, I've tried like using the markers and stuff like that. But like I said, I've had varying results with it. Some of it looks good, and then some of it doesn't. Some of it starts to become kind of muddy looking. And I think if I put a base coat on it, I'm thinking that that's what I need to do with it. B25, B26, B25, B26. 25, B26. Go. But like I was telling Fury earlier in the stream, that as long as you don't clip a lot of the nubs or anything off, these kits are very forgiving if you make a mistake. Like if you pop something together that doesn't go together, usually you can just pry it back apart and keep going. Everstakes, still working on the GQuuuuuX. Hopefully finishing it up tonight. Thank you for dropping by too, by the way. I appreciate it. Almost done with it. We got the leg, but working on the other leg, and then we got a few of the accessories after that, and then we should be done with it. Let's see. I think it goes like this. That's gonna pop into the waist right there. Should anyway. There we go. Maybe not. I spoke too soon. I'm in a good mood today as well. I won a brand new Steam Deck LCD. You won it? Awesome. That's really cool, Everstake. Where did you win it from, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, you won that, man. That's an awesome gift, like, or awesome prize. Really cool. Let's see, it goes like this. There we go. Like that. Yeah. There we go. Man, I'd love to have a Steam Deck. Yeah, you won it from a contest for a game release celebration called the Dark Age Asunder. It's an interaction engagement stuff. The one that has most XP for engaging win the Steam Deck. Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. I hope to be big enough one day I can give. I was telling Fury online the other day that I hope to be big enough one day to give stuff out like that. I'd love to have a Steam Deck. There's a lot of really cool like side scrollers and indie games I'd love to play, especially like the Metroidvania. I'd really like to have it for work too, because I could like just chill at work and like play the Steam Deck. That's really cool. Happy for you. And I just noticed that there is a piece I forgot on the other leg earlier. I might have to go back and put that on. It looks like I'm missing this piece right here on the side of the other leg. Should go. The possibility that I've got this leg backwards. Oh no, that goes at the bottom. So yeah, there's a piece right here that I'm missing. So I need to go back and make up that. It looks like A17. Let's see. Sanding, John said sanding a kit if you're not priming a kit also helps the paint stick better to the plastic. Awesome. I'm gonna definitely have to remember that. Because that's what, I don't know if it's these markers and stuff, but that it kind of seems like it rubs off. And then the Colcates was saying, good point. Sanding gives it good texture. Let's see. Hey, let's try. Where's this at, real quick? Let's fix this one real quick while we're at it. So A15. A15. It's like a scavenger hunt. Here we go. A15. A17. I just noticed this was missing after I saw this. I was like, wait a minute, I missed a piece. A15. So I see I got almost 30 people watching right now. I appreciate each and everybody that dropped by tonight. Thank you very much for coming and checking out my channel. It really helps if you can like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of content. This is the kind of thing that we do here on Friday nights. We just chill, hang out, build Gundams. Sometimes we'll do art. We'll do a little bit of drawing, painting, and that's besides actually just on Gundam. We'll like draw um, anime or paint something. Let's see. Looks like B23 goes on the back. It looks like, and then it will attach to the sides right here like this. Okay, that's cool. B23. B23. In a couple weeks, I may stream from a con called Dragon Con. I'm gonna try to check that out. I may decide to stream from it, depending on how crazy it is. We'll see. There we go. Snapped in just like that. Snapped in on the side. Okay, now that we fixed that we skipped over there for a second, let's get back to the rest of the leg. On the left leg, B21. B21 was one of those that popped out when I picked it up, I believe. Oh, no. B32. B32. That's what it was. There we go. There it is. B32. Snap in. Right here. Yeah, this the only complaint about it. It's got so many strange angles to it. It's kind of hard to figure out how to snap some of these in sometimes, and what angle and orientation you're looking at. You just gotta have to play with it. This one's strange. Got going in right there, but again, doesn't want to go in right there. Maybe it goes like that. Let's try this. Hmm. There we go. There we go. Just took fighting with it for a little bit. Everstakes, tomorrow we're gonna try FBC Firebreak again. Um, what I was thinking about doing is maybe trying to bring it up on Game Pass and see if I have the same issues. See if you're able to join me on Game Pass. And Rosa, that's the worst part, trying to snap the pieces together. Yeah, sometimes they just don't want to go together. They don't want to cooperate. Then you have to fight with them. There we go. But a lot of times, if you're feeling something, if you're feeling it and it's not snapping together, I recommend trying to look at it a different way and moving something around, because a lot of times if it just doesn't feel right, it's probably not right. So you just have to flip it around or do something a little bit different with it. All right. We are getting there. We are getting close. Let's see. Actually, I think it wanted me to put a sticker on right there. Let me see. Yep. 18 and 19 on the sticker. 18 and 19. These stickers are really small. I wish they had water slides with these, because they're a lot easier, in my opinion. What number is that? 18 and 19. Huh. Well, that's kind of odd. I don't have an 18 and 19. My stickers go up to 17. Unless there's another sticker pack that I'm missing somewhere, which is a good possibility. I don't see any though. Have to come back to that. Nothing else, we'll just mark it with a marker. What was the other one? Let's see. What was the other leg? What did those stickers say? No, I've got those on there. 18 and 19. It's weird. Have I checked out any new anime released in July? Um, the only thing I've watched is the first episode of Dan to Dan, and I have not watched the second episode yet. Looks pretty cool though. The first episode ended pretty wildly. You hear Dan to Dan? Yeah, I watched the first episode of the new series. It's pretty wild. Mm. Yeah, I wonder if I'm missing a sticker pack because I don't see it. Yeah, I have. I still haven't watched the second episode yet, but I want to. It looks pretty cool. Um, that's about the only thing I've watched as far as anime comes, like out in the last week or two. I really like the art of Dan to Dan. It's very artistic. You love it since manga release. The adaptation is really good. I'm happy for it. For sure, it's got good. I like the artwork. I like how it kind of mixes things up between the artwork, and I like the music. The art direction is really good. Funny, I was getting for a while when I didn't really know a whole lot about it, and I just kind of seen clips of it and stuff. I was getting Turbo Granny mixed up with the girl's grandmother, but I like Turbo Granny. Turbo Granny's funny, the little cat. Watching City, the animation from Nishio's author, and Toilet Bound Hanako Kun, season 2, part 2 this season. Cool, cool. I might check those out. I haven't heard about the second one. I think I've heard of the first one, City, the animation. I think I've heard of that, but I have not heard Toilet Bound. Sounds funny. Okay, let's see here. Getting back to this part. That. Let's see where we leave There we go. Arguably, Toilet Bound is the most unique art style I see in a manga. I'm gonna have to definitely check that one out. I'll look it up after the stream's over. It sounds interesting. All right, here we go. It's got 2 sticker packs. Okay. There's the other one. We'll come back to that later. I knew I was missing a sticker pack. I found the sticker pack that I was missing. It's a thriller comedy. Cool. I like comedies. I like the funny ones. Let's see. That over. Should be right here on this the leg unit. There we go. Yeah, I like the ones that have unique art styles. Comedy, supernatural, and fantasy to be exact. Okay. That sounds pretty awesome. Sounds right up my alley. One classic anime I plan on revisiting before too long is called Record of Lodos War, which is a classic. Very much D&D kind of inspired. They actually made a game where you play the elf girl Deedlit. I believe it's a side-scroller Metroidvania kind of game, and it came out a couple years ago. I actually think it's on Game Pass, if I'm not mistaken. Jimp, hey, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for dropping by the stream. We're just hanging out, working on the GQuuuuuuX. Almost done with it. Getting really close. Kind of glad I'm ready to move on to something else. This one's it's been a challenge. C17, C19. But yeah, next week I want to play a little bit of Mecha Break Monday and Tuesday, and then we'll be back to our regular schedule. We're gonna be doing the indie game reviews. We got a couple lined up for next week, Wednesday and Thursday, and then we'll be doing another Gundam build stream Friday. Playing Mecha Break on Monday and Tuesday. All right, I forgot I watched Superman 2 days ago. Oh, tell us how it is. I'm hoping it was good. I like Superman a lot. I like Crypto. Um, some of the original Superman movies are some of my favorite movies ever. Um, especially ones with the 3 prisoner people. I think it was the second or third one. Oh, it's absolutely good, especially if you're a comic book nerd. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. It's making a lot of money, and it's already beat out Brave New World. It's beat already a couple of other blockbusters that has come out. I think it's already hit 100. I think I saw something earlier today saying it's already hit around 140 million, which is awesome. Namu. I believe that's how you say it. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. Relaxing on the couch, cool. I think that's it right here. C17. Yeah, normally I have music in the backgrounds, but hopefully that will be rectified in the next couple of weeks. Trying to get back to having that. I just want to make sure that Slipstream is kosher with YouTube. Like I said, I don't know if that's what triggered the warning I got, or if it was the anime intros. I was like, it's probably the anime intros, but who knows? YouTube's got such weird, and they're cracking down on um reaction content right now. It's pretty hot because some big name YouTubers are going at it with each other, and also everyone's killing it. The casting is just perfect, awesome. I love Nathan Fillion, the guy that's playing the Green Lantern. Love that actor. He's in one of my favorite series of all time, which is Firefly. Great series, by the way. If anybody gets a chance to check that out, Firefly is where it's at. Not so much the movie. The movie was kind of mid. It's called Serenity, but Firefly's great. You're gonna call it a night. Have a good one. Thank you for coming by, John. I really appreciate it. Nicholas Holt. Yeah, like all the actors are just like it's got a good lineup, like a really good lineup. Let's see. There we go. Like this. Yeah, I really want to see it. I want to take my son to see it too. Like, he's not as into Superman as much as I am. Like, my biggest issue with the Man of Steel and like those versions of Superman, Lex casting looks great. Yep. My biggest issue with the old Henry Cavill is that it was just a little bit too dark for me. And one another issue I had with it was um I don't know if I want to spoil it because I don't know. Well, I mean, if you haven't seen the Henry Cavill Superman by now, you probably should go watch it. So, I really don't think that Superman would have ever killed what's his name at the end of it when he broke his neck. Oh, we went off there for a second. There we go. No, I like the way he acts. He's a generational hater. I can see how people argue that he is the Lex Luthor. Yeah, yeah, I saw that. Cam died there for a second. I got to figure out like something's going on with that. I've looked all through the settings to try to figure out how to fix that on this camera. I may actually wind up having to swap the camera out, keep that from happening. But yeah, like a lot of the casting looks good. But yeah, my biggest issue was the old ones, the Man of Steel and stuff like that. Is just it was just a little bit too dark for me. Zack Snyder, I understand what he was trying to go for, but it just didn't really appeal to me. Um, I always thought like Superman's supposed to be like, he's like a symbol of hope, and that one made it kind of dark and dreary. But yeah, tomorrow night we'll try to like play Firebreak again. I'm gonna try to play it. I'm gonna try to run it from Game Pass. See if we can, if that gets around the issue we were having with the network thing. And if that doesn't work, we can try running it from the PlayStation, because I've got the PlayStation hooked up to where I can um, have it working with Streamlabs and stuff. So hopefully everything will be back to normal as far as that goes. Tomorrow night we'll play a little bit of Stellar Blade, and then later on that night we're gonna play Firebreak. So if you're on Everstakes tomorrow around like 12:30, definitely we'll try to link up and play again. Also, there's like one scene with Lex that I genuinely didn't expect that to happen. That I could hear my theater gasp. I think I might know what it is, but I don't want to say anything because I've accidentally seen some spoilers, and I'm like, I've tried to avoid them. I try to avoid spoilers like the plague, but man, they just come at you like bullets. F11. No spoilers. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to watch it. I'd love to see it in IMAX. They have a new IMAX theater down the street from where I live now, and I'm thinking about going and checking it out next week sometime. I was hoping there used to be a dollar theater in this town that's very close to me, and I was hoping to go watch the Thunderbolts, but I found out that they closed the dollar theater down during the pandemic, and I was like, oh dang. So I guess I'm gonna have to watch the Thunderbolts on one of the streaming platforms if they have it on there now. I think they do. I think it's been out long enough to be on the streaming platforms. But yeah, I may be wrong about the that surprise too, and or spoiler, and it would probably be pleasantly surprising or shocking when I see it, depending on what it is. But I think I know what it is. But I'm not gonna say anything. And Barazu will skin me. Get me. Oh yeah, I feel it. It'll feel good in IMAX. Yep, it's out now. It came out around July the 1st. Nicole says I miss the dollar theaters. Drive-ins are the best. Yeah. If I was very wealthy, that's I would do something like that. I would build like I'd buy some land somewhere and build a drive-in. That'd be pretty awesome. Okay. I am seeing all kinds of stuff that I missed on this other one. And I'm like, how did I miss this? Like I'm seeing 3 or 4 things that I missed on one leg. Yeah, they've just gotten so expensive, Fury. It's crazy. Like the prices. When I went to watch GQuuuuuuX, the sneak preview in the theater, I think it wound up costing me like $25 or something like that. It's ridiculous. It's outrageous, actually. Yeah, it's very expensive here. Like I don't know why, but it's and it. I used to work in a movie theater. I worked in a movie theater as a projectionist for a long time, and it didn't used to be this expensive here. Like it used to be a lot cheaper. I think just over time, the corporations and everybody just got really greedy. They like that money, that's for sure. E10, E14, E10, E14, E10, E14. Yeah, if you go to a matinee, usually you can get a little bit cheaper. But these days, it doesn't even feel that much cheaper. Popcorn price is equal to the ticket price where you're at. It doesn't surprise me. In fact, that makes a lot of sense. Not surprising at all. Like these theaters have gotten so greedy. Well, this one is not wanting to go in at all. Not sure what's up with that. Still, ticket price there are low for obvious reasons, of course. Yeah, I think that if I'm not mistaken, the movie companies and the production studios and stuff usually set a lot of the prices, and then um, a lot of what the actual a lot of what the actual profit that the movie theater brings in comes from the popcorn and all the sales from the concession stand. I'm not sure if they make a whole lot of money off new features, I think a lot of that money goes straight to the studios, and then everything, pretty much all the stuff that's in like the candy and the popcorn and the sodas and stuff. A lot of that goes back to the theater company, but I'm not sure how much they actually make off of it. The majority of the profit came from popcorn. Yep, I can see that. E34. E34. Oh, B34. Let's see, we've been going for about an hour and 30. Thank you everybody for dropping by tonight. I really appreciate it. If you can, give a like, subscribe, thumbs up, all that good stuff. Really helps. Got a lot of stuff going on this week, so if you guys are into this kind of stuff, definitely check back with us every Friday. This is what we do. Gundam build streams, paint, that kind of thing. Probably go for another 30 minutes. I think we got this. I think we'll get this knocked out tonight. And then on to the next one. His little shoulder blade came off there. I'll have to fix that later. Or her. I don't know. I'm assuming GQuuuuuuX is pronouns. Maybe a he, because I've heard a theory that Amaru's soul is in the GQuuuuuuX, but I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not. But these kind of look like high heels. Walk back over to this one. Yeah, we got this. We'll knock this out tonight. High heels, yeah. I could have sworn though in the series that these were red. That the bottom of this was red, but here they're gray. I'm not really sure if that. I have to go back and look at it because maybe I'm wrong. But that's what it looks like. Looks like high heels. Let's see here. Okay. Oh yeah, awesome. Definitely. Yeah, we'll try. We'll try it out. We'll try a couple different things. If we'll try it through Game Pass and see if that works. I have not messed around with the DNS actually. Um, I want to try to see if I can get it running through Game Pass or PlayStation before we go that route. And I did download the app for Discord, and then I logged into my Discord through the browser too. So we should be good to go as far as that goes. But just keep in mind, I'm pretty much a boomer when it comes to Discord. So awesome, good, good. That's good to hear that they announced a patch for it. Maybe they'll have a fix for that in it. It seems like a fun game, and I love the Muppets at the beginning. That's funny. That's a nice little touch. It seems like a good game. I noticed like when you were like disarming or trying to fix things, I like how you do it by hitting like the button sequences and stuff, like kind of like a quiz, like a little puzzle. It reminds me of some other games I've played like that. Yeah, it's definitely reminiscent of some other games where you have to in Stellar Blade you have to do something like that. It's a fun game, just not much replayability currently, but whatever inside the game right now is good. They're pushing a new content in like 2 months. Cool, cool. Well, I definitely have a while before I'll probably finish any of it. Like, I'm gonna try to finish up Stellar Blade and then try to finish up Expedition 33. That's my goals for the next couple months, as far as that goes. And then just play a little Mecha Break after that. But I started noticing on Mecha Break, man, that there's just a lot of pay to play stuff, a lot of loot, grinding, and shenanigans. Not as into that as much. Kind of disappointed in that a little bit, to be honest. Um, a lot of the features that were in the demo are absent in the full game, and then they want you to pay for it, which I'm like, hey, that's not cool. Like, but that's capitalism for you. Did I already put that on? Yeah, I did. Okay, never mind. All right. I was asking Jim if he's working on any Gundams. If not, you should. They're cool. They're awesome. Fun to do. Hopefully, my little kit from '86 will be in before too long. We can build that on the Friday stream. Which ordered that weeks ago. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm gonna have to check on that. I have to remind myself because that's been a while. But I did order it from a third party website, and I'm pretty sure it's coming from overseas. So that may be the issue. There we go. It was almost a disaster. I need to get me like a little pad down to put underneath my table here and stuff so I can see stuff better in case I drop it. B23, B23. There we go. It goes on the side right here. Now we are almost done. Almost done. Eventually, I have to put something on this shoulder unit right here because it keeps popping out. There we go. They made a web series about I think it's a family that does Gunpla, and it looks very interesting. I've seen little clips of it from X or Twitter. It's really cute. It's about a little Asian family that they build Gunpla, and they're like, I guess their grandpa or it maybe their dad like runs a shop, and it looks really cute, and I'm gonna have to check it out. Um, I've only seen little bits and pieces of it, but it looks really cool. I have to find out the name of it too. Depending with how far we get in the backpack, we may hold off on doing the accessories tonight. I may or may not do it. We'll see. We'll just see how far we get with it. Almost done. We're so close. It looks like there's a lot of accessories already. Usually those don't take too long to put together. Alan DTX, hey, thanks for dropping by the stream. You just received this kit? Awesome. One day you'll buy a Gunpla model. If you get one, I recommend getting like, the basic RX-78, starting out with that. Alan, that's cool. That's cool. This one, it's been a little bit harder. Like I was telling people earlier, it's a little bit harder than a normal high grade kit. So if you're getting a high grade and expecting it to be a really quick build, it's not. I mean, you may be more advanced than I am, but a lot of the angles on it and a lot of the curves and stuff to it make it a little bit more complicated than a normal high grade kit. But definitely thanks for dropping by the stream. If this is the kind of thing you enjoy, we do this every Friday night. Hang out, build Gunpla, Gunpla, talk about Gundams. I really like the way it looks though. It's very slender compared to a lot of the other kits. Got a very sleek look to it. Nicole Cates, I just want to make anime figures, but they're not as popular around here as Gundam. They make a lot of them though. Bandai does. Like and they're not that complicated to put together from what I hear. They're a lot less parts. You just got to find one you like and go with it. Looks awesome. What do I think about the PG new upcoming? Oh yeah, yeah. Looks awesome. Um man, perfect grade though. Whew. That's uh that's a whole nother level. I've not done a master grade yet. I really want to. I really want to. I've got two of them. I've got the RX 78, original RX 78 master grade, um, and then I've got the 3.0 master grade of the real RX 78. But I have not ventured into that. And then I got another man. I got a Verkai, I think, master grade. Nicole Cates, you'll have to check out the website. Yeah, you have to check out the web. Look at Bandai's website. Like, they've got a lot of stuff on there. Um, man, yeah, I really want uh venturing into a perfect grade. Man, that's like a whole different world for me right now. I'd love to do it, but we're talking about hours. There we go. Bam. It shall stand. That's it. Got a few more. It's got a little bit of lag in my camera here too. A few more things to throw in there. A few more accessories. Something popped off the back there. I going to get one PG, but the room not enough. Yeah, I need I need more space to display my stuff. I've got a lot of them just sitting on my bookshelf, and I'd like to eventually just get a display case and like make it really nice looking. Be really cool. So let's decide now on. Let's go with this. Look kind of like a heat hawk, but it's got like a variant of a heat hawk. Go with that one. Yeah, I want to get one, and man, I'd like to get one and get all like the LEDs for it because they make LED kits for them and everything. I'd like to have something like the Unicorn Gundam. Uh-oh, lost camera. There we go. Fix that. Got to get that fixed. Like maybe have to like switch my camera out because I can't figure out what setting that's causing that. It's some kind of like heat shut off or like if it's been on a while it kicks off. But every time I look at like a battery saver type thing, I'm not sure. Every time I look at it, it's not there. All right, so let's do A10 and G1. Let's do the sword on the other hand. Appreciate it, Everstakes. I have to get that fixed, or at least rig it some way that it won't go off. There we go. Now A10. A10. I'm not gonna worry about that later on, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it together. But I'll have to swap out the hands to be able to put it in one hand. Didn't realize that before I started cutting it out. That's cool. That's its little sword or beam saber. Normally the beam saber just they look just like a lightsaber or something, but this one's it's kind of cool. It's like very unique. I like it. But yeah, Alan, I'd love to get like one of the unicorn Gundams or like what's the black one from that series is. Love to get a perfect grade of one of those and then put all the really cool like LED units in it, LED lights. See if you have the open hand with the shield. Yeah, let's put the shield on. A31, C14, C13. Really don't think they still make the HG ARC 78 too. So they made one once, and old time is the same. Yeah, it really sucks when a lot of the kits they go out of print. Might have to track one down at a con or something like that. A lot of times at cons you can find some kits that are out of print. Usually though they mark the price up crazy. That's the only thing that sucks about it. There's the useless Emperor. Good night. Thanks for dropping by the stream. I really appreciate it. Uh, check back with us. We got a lot of stuff coming up this week. Tomorrow night we're going to be playing Stellar Blade and Firebreak, and then Sunday probably be just chilling. Next week we're going to be playing Mecha Break on Monday and Tuesday, and then we're going to have a indie games review on Wednesday and Thursday of next week, and then do another Gundam build stream, or we might just do a little bit of drawing and painting next week. We'll just have to see how things go. I might work on the Gundam Exia 00, so we'll see. But thanks for dropping by. I really appreciate it. Shield, and then the shield has shield has B6. B6. That's how you attach it. I can find B. What I did with it. Let's see. E F D. This one should be B right here. Gray one. B B B. What was it? B23, I think. B23. B23 or B6. No, I don't know where I got 23 yet. But yeah, I'm gonna hold off on the anime streams until I can figure out a way to properly do it. Probably no anime stream this Sunday. We might stream, but it won't be the anime stream this Sunday. You have to play it by ear, see how things go. All right, I think it just kind of clips on the arm. Maybe. Let's see. Ah, it clips on this little part right here. Okay, there we go. Now we got the shield, Heat Hawk. Then we got the sword right there. There's a couple of stickers I left off because I'm gonna go back and instead of using stickers, I'm gonna hand paint some of it. We've been going for about 2 hours now. I appreciate everybody that dropped by the stream. Thank you very much for checking it out. I think that pretty much the last thing we're going to do here is we're going to put the backpack on, and then we'll be good to go. Then we'll be done with the GQuuuuuuX, which I'm really glad because we spent a lot of time on the skit. Um, like I said, it's not a normal high grade kit, in my opinion. It takes a little bit longer, and it takes me a little bit longer when I'm doing it on stream too, because I like hanging out and talking to you guys and stuff, talking while I'm doing it. So I have a big mouth and I don't shut up. So let's see here. A12, A13. And if you're just now tuning in for the first time, normally I have music playing in the background, but I had to pause that temporarily until I get something resolved with Slipstream. And then A60. And then C2 and C4. Almost done. Yeah, we're really close. Gotta knock this backpack out here and we'll be on our way. Thought about not doing the backpack, but we can't just leave that part off. Got to go ahead and knock it out. Let's see. C2 and C4. Yeah, I need to go back and watch the GQuuuuuuX series now that it's all complete again. It was such a great series, I thought. It was very controversial to some people because of the I guess the things that were happening in it, but I liked it. I like Char's character a lot, and I think they did him justice. 829. Odd looking. – 814. Oh, fell over. We'll fix that in a minute. 829. 814. 814. There we go. Notice that I don't have the other one of these. I hope I'm not missing a piece. That would really suck if I got this far and was missing a piece. B36. 36. B36. Yeah, I'm ordering a light box that I'm gonna be able to, I've got a little pedestal right now that I'm gonna be able to display them on. B38. Okay. 36. And I'm gonna start making shorts, kind of like how some people in that Ray Studio and stuff like that do. And I'm also gonna use a lot of footage from my past live streams and stuff to make standalone videos for them. Okay, I see how this goes. Wants me to do the other side here. We're gonna have a lot of Gundam content coming up. Trim this nub right here just a little bit. Cut enough off of that one. Okay. And then, all right, A14. Hopefully, I've got that down in here. A14. Yep. Sweet. This was one of the pieces that I cut off by accident a while back. I'm just glad I still got it, put it back in the box. And I had cut that piece, I think, by accident. that side. I've got some new starting soon animation for my channel, which basically has me in a room with a bunch of Gundams and in a Gundam pilot outfit. It's really funny looking. It's cool. I just got to figure out how to get it integrated into Slipstream properly. That's odd. Let's see. There we go. I think my kitty cat's scratching at my door, trying to come in, see everybody. She's really the boss of this house, Miss Pumpkin, the super kitty. All right, almost there. Almost there. We just got. Let's see. All right, one little more piece, or two, couple more pieces. Then we'll be good to go. All right, we got B7. B7. Um, I have not gotten into those, but I'm not above doing. I'd love to kind of put some together. I've seen some of them; they look really cool. I've just never really picked any of them up. Um, but yeah, I'd still like to put them together. That actually my moderator Nicole Cates she was talking about that earlier too, that Ambarazu like on Twitch, she she likes those kids or wants to get into them. I was telling her she should just go for it, pick one up, try it out, see if you like it. I don't know if I did this one right. This one doesn't look correct. Maybe let's see, B7 and B7. B7. Yep, I did the wrong one. You have to pick one up, Nicole. Yeah, I mean, you just got to jump into it. Like some of them are a little bit more like complicated, but I think for the most part, they're from what I've heard, they're a little bit easier to put together than Gundams. I could be wrong though. Here we go. know what? I needed to put those on. Let's see. I was not paying attention. Messed up. Should have put those other ones on first. Oh no. Disaster. There we go. All right. So this one is going to go like this. There we go. Yeah, I wish I had my music going in the background, but I got a warning for YouTube, even though I pay for Slipstream. So I got to make sure that I abide by all the rules. It might get me. So Fury was asking what happens earlier if you put something together incorrectly. This is pretty much it. There we go. Okay. That was almost a disaster. Disaster averted, though. Looks like we got that taken care of. Go back and sand parts of that down later on. There we go. There we go. Now that just snaps on the back. And there we go. Put the heat hawk back in their hand. Put these out the way real quick. There we go. We got that. You can swap that out in the hand. I just like the heat hawk. Alrighty, there we go, guys. Got a weird delay going on in my cam. Now, at some point, I'll go back over this and do some panel lighting, adding a little bit of color here and there. But yeah, that's it. That's the GQuuuuuuX, guys. We did it. Been a couple streams. Been kind of rough with this one, but I appreciate everybody hanging out. Nice. Yeah. I like it. Be good to set up, add to the collection. It's gonna be really cool when I get this little thing working and I'm able to do some shorts. I've got this little pedestal. I'll put them on and I'll do some shorts. And then I'm gonna have a light box. Then it'll spin like this. And this thing, I thought that you could put a battery in it, but apparently, thank you, Alan. I appreciate it. This little thing is actually pretty cheap on Amazon, but it requires a special kind of battery. You can plug it in and it rotates, but yeah, I'm gonna make shorts with this after I out of all my Gundams and stuff. It's gonna be really cool. Well, that's it for this evening, guys. I appreciate you dropping by. Everybody that come out to hang out, thank you very much for liking, hanging out on the stream. Let's see who all we got here. Alan, thank you very much for dropping by. I appreciate it. Useless Emperor, Everstakes, Nicole Cates, Jimp. Let's see who else we got in here. I think that's it for right now. But I appreciate all you guys for coming out. Thank you, Fury. We got a lot of stuff coming up. Like again tomorrow night, we're gonna play some Firebreak, and then we're gonna play some Stellar Blade. Let's see. Next week, Mecha Break, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, indie review streams. So got a lot of stuff going down. Come back and check us out. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. And next week, we're going to do a couple in-chat giveaways. So if you guys are interested in winning some Steam gift cards or a gift card of your choice, we're going to do something a little bit different next week. So check back next week, and we got a lot going on. I appreciate all you guys. No problem. Thank you, Fury, for hanging out. And y'all have a great evening.